What's up, guys? Your boy Magic Man is back, and as you see, you're probably a little bit mad. I am sorry about that. I did get that Iggy card after I just said I wasn't gonna get it, but I did. I didn't get it until like 2 hours after, so do not blame me for getting him. Blame 2K. I just took a chance. Got him after restarting my PS3 or something. I feel sorry for the people waiting there all day, but you just can't do that. I know you guys needed a lot of people needed this card, but hey, 9,000 were released. 2K botched it. If you don't know about that fiasco, their servers went down as people were trying to get this card, and I'm not a fan of having the hashtag in front. It really throws me off, and then having to switch back to a number, it's good so you can't just already have the code, whatever, like a different code you think is going to happen. And then I don't know if anyone else had trouble with this. I entered Iguodala wrong the first time. I thought it was me, like Ruby9 Iggy or something. Keep it easy so I can spell it right. But if you're looking at his stats, I predicted again that his stats were about the same as his normal card, which they are. The only thing that is improved is his three-point shooting and his on-ball defense. Everything else is basically the same, and his steal actually went down, which that was really surprising how your defense goes up, but your steal goes down. But the things about him I do like is that his dunk tendency, as we're about to get into that, is pretty good, and that's the thing you got to look at when you're reviewing or trying out a player, is their tendencies. You see that his dunk tendency is a 50. Players, I think Robert Pack, a couple MJ, I think all have in the 90 to 99 range. And if they get an open lane, they are throwing down on someone. If you have a guy with a 90 dunk and he has a 2 tendency, he's never going to throw down unless he's on a fast break dunk. If you have someone like John Starks, who's got, I think, like a 50 tendency but only like a 70-something dunk, he's still going to be thrown down. Doesn't matter. As long as he's getting into that dunk tendency, he's going to be thrown down on someone. His steal tendency is pretty good. His defensive tendencies are all pretty good. His alley-oop tendency is really good. He's a great alley-oop catcher, a great alley-oop finisher. And this video is less about a review, because usually a review is going to lead you to either get this player or not. But you can also take this as just a normal Iggy if you want it to, or just like where or how I should play with them if you did get the card or lucky enough to get the card. But luckily, I did get it. I apologize. I do have a great team. I do not like using my players. My favorite players probably to use on my team is Froby. I love using, who else? I love using, this Iggy card was pretty fun to use. I love using Froby. That man is just a monster. And I love Michael Cooper too, who's kind of like in that mold, which at first glance when we look at his stats, his stats look almost identical to Paul George. If you look at Paul George, Michael Cooper, a lot of those 3-and-D guys who's got like 70s mid-range and close, but they have an 83-point rating. They got great on-ball defense, and then they can also dunk. The thing is, Paul George, I think Paul George does have a better dunk tendency. So in my opinion, I do like Paul George a little bit more than Iggy, because he does have a little bit of height on him, so he can defend multiple positions. Iggy does have 99 stamina, which is a huge plus. And if you're using Iggy, make sure you get him hot, because I'm pretty sure Iggy was hot throughout this whole game. I made 3 shots with Iggy, and he was hot the whole game. So a couple of his animations, that's what you also got to look for in game. You have to look at his layup animations. With his layup animations, a lot of them set him up to be blocked. And then right here, his hands. I had a wide open dunk. I could have thrown an alley-oop, but I just wanted to see like a cool little dunk that he did just to check out his dunk package. And he bobbled the ball and almost botched that shot. Luckily, he made that little baby jumper. But a couple things, that it kind of took away from his actual value. You can't really look at overall ratings, because I bet you my best offensive player in most of my games is Penny Hardaway, because he can just throw down on people, and he just finishes so many contact layups, and just a great player overall. You don't have to look like right here. That was a good animation, but I did get lucky. I don't have any 6 skills, but the 6 skills I would recommend to put on him for sure: lockdown defender, for sure posterizer, Because when you have posterizer, like right here, that's going to be a poster jam. That's not going to be some scoop layup animation. And then either finisher, if you like to drive more with him, or Deadeye, or one of those shooting skills that you do like, if you're going to be more of a shooter with him. But he's more than a capable shooter, but dunking is his specialty. If I had posterizer, I probably would have dropped so many more points. And look at that. That's what's going to happen when you have posterizer on him. It turns like the worst, or not a worse dunker, but an average to a good dunker into an unstoppable dunker. But right here is a great animation right there. He brought it with the left hand, gathered with two, and threw it down. Not an easy animation to get blocked, but right here he holds a little bit too long. He didn't try to put it in. He tried a little cock back dunk, and it did get blocked. And then we try again, and he tries to do like a reverse side tomahawk or something, and it did get blocked. So you see he is gonna get blocked. He's 6'6". To me, he's in between shooting guard and small forward, so you can play him at multiple positions. I wouldn't try him at power forward. He's not like a stretch forward like Durant. You know, I don't know. He defends pretty well, but a couple of times I did find him sagging off, even when I had play tight or whatever the thing is. But other than that, he stays most of the time in front of the player. If you're just letting the computer defend, he does reach in when people pass near his guy trying to intercept the ball. He's a pretty good ball handler. He has a great crossover dribble. He feels a little luggy. He doesn't feel like the quickest of players, but sometimes it's just how 2K is. And right here, he has a really good jump shot. A couple of times I'm slightly early on it, but right here we get that release down, and he's in the corner, and we just go on a spree. I think it was 3 or 4 straight threes. Here's the third one, just in that corner, and it brought down that lead from, I think the guy I was facing was up 10. And then all of a sudden it tied up the game. But you see here, he did miss the 3-point jumper. But then we're going to the lane, and we get caught in that animation. If we had posterizer, he's throwing it down. But he's gathering it back for a nice mid-range jumper. And probably the best thing about this Iguodala, as you see, he gets into another one of those there's tippy-toe animations, which it kind of takes away from his value. But he is just a knockdown shooter. I do have corner specialists, and I think one-man fast break, but those I don't think were helping me too much, because not a lot of times I was triggering them. I don't even know when one-man fast breaks triggers, but you see right there some great moves. He misses the charge, the guy trying to hold the charge, and we do get a nice animation here for a layup. But the best thing about him is his how hot he stays. You make 1 or 2 shots with him, and then he gets warm. You make 2 more shots, and he's hot. I called 4 timeouts, I think, in a row between my opponent and I. I was just trying to get him back warm. He start off super hot, and then I think after the 4 timeouts, he was just a little bit hot. And then, oh my God, yeah, he's just a hot player in general. But when he gets hot, all of his stats go up. He's got great stamina, so you can keep him in long. But in my opinion, as you see, we do get him to rage quit after dropping, I think, 61 3/4, which is great. He's a great player to me. You know, start him if you're looking for a nice changeup or whatever. He's not my #1 offensive weapon I would go to, but a good guy to drive and kick to. And then you can either hit that 3 if it's open, or give a pump fake drive and then dunk on the opponent. So hopefully you guys like this video. Let me know who else you would like to see a player review on, not just in this video or in this thing, but in general. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.